Alright, let's take a look. Come at me. Come at me, bro. Oh, you're dead. 1, 2. Well, that's not fair, right? Because you can hurt them, they can't hurt you. So, let us make enemy 1 on collision with... we want to say... Do we want to use the overlay or do we want to use the player? In a perfect world, I would have this player size the same as the overlay. So I'll just go with that. You could maybe use either one, but again, you think about things like the hitbox, the collision box, which for things like hair can get finely detailed and stuff like that and get in the way. So when enemy 1 collides with the player, what do we want to happen? Well, one thing we want to happen is we want the enemy to destroy, or else the enemy will fly through the player like nothing happened, and that also may be weird. With a bat or something, you know, maybe they flew by and scratched the hell out of your face. One thing we're going to let happen is the player is we're going to subtract from his health. Oh, we didn't design health yet. We didn't get that far? Oh, player health. It's a global, so I can't use the player variable because those are instances. So we need to go to the system. Subtract from player health. 1 seems okay. Let's do 5. Maybe 10's better if we're starting at 100, you know, that kind of thing. Now let's get hit and see what happens. Ouch. Ouch. Now, our player should die when this happens, because we programmed the player death a little bit earlier, I think in video 2. No! Oh. Boom. I can even jump and take some hits. Now what we'd obviously want to design, or I would recommend, classic, you know, Castlevania example, something that goes along with your game, like when a lot of times when enemies ran into you in Castlevania, if they were destroyed upon impact, they would get destroyed into like a little batch of flames. I think it was a little batch of 1 flame or 2 flames. Oh, and you can see now everything changed because what the hell? Where the hell did that change? Our player overlay did not pin. Oh, you know why? Our player overlay did not pin to the player box because it's nowhere in level 2. Right? It's nowhere in here. Here, it's already pinned and created right on top of it. So, level 2, I think we have, just based off of him being there, I don't think we have a create object in level 2, do we? Nope, we do not. So he's just chilling there right now. Oops. Nope, just chilling. The easiest way to handle this would just be to copy and paste this overlay. Oh, hidden. I actually posted it in the UI layer because I'm an idiot. Let me undo that. And then I just do that. This is the easy way to do it. I'll show you a more difficult way, or the next different way, I guess. So let's see if that works. Ooh, I forgot about that. I should memorize the way through this game already. Come on. You see the memories keep going with you? And you can see it spawned up here. Now our enemy is going to spawn on this too. Perfect. Because we didn't put any kind of restrictions on which level they're spawning on. Or being created on. Alright, so the more advanced, I guess, it's based on using create objects. Alright. Let us, instead of having our player and our character overlay already here, we're going to create it and have it not be here. Because if these weren't here when we went into level 2, our game basically shit hits the fan, nothing happens. The camera has nowhere to focus on because player 1's not there, which basically guides the camera by using that scroll to behavior. So, an easy way to do this is we'll take the overlay and just notate where it's at right now. Let's use 11340. And then the player 11142. I'm just noting the position. Delete, delete. Okay, and I'm just going to show you for example's sake. You are a rock star. Can't hit me. Oh, you got me. See, nothing happened. Nothing happens in level 2. Now, let's go to that sheet. The start of layout. Because level 2 is just a layout. We're going to add another condition. Compare 2 values because there's nothing in here that says layout name. I want to say that I have these with the space in here. Do I? Oh, I don't. That's one reason why I program them without spaces, because a lot of times spaces in programming can cause a problem. Or you have to do a little more work to get or identify the spaces. On start of layout, layout name equals level 2. We're going to bust out some create objects. We're going to create the player on layer 1. X is 11340. I think I have that backwards. Yeah, the player is the other one. 11142. The important thing to note, since we are changing to a create object, well, I guess I don't need to explain that anyway, because instance variables do disappear when you change layouts. I was going to say that when you're changing a layout, if we used health as an instance variable instead of a global, health might reset to 100 or the original value, which we wouldn't want, depending on how you want it. I don't want that to happen for this game. Alright, so we got the create objects, and a lot of times when I'm creating objects, I'll do something like this. I'll just copy and paste it, and then I'll just replace the object with whatever I want. And I may change the position. A lot of times in coding, eventually you'll start copy and pasting to really slim down the amount you have to type, and it gets worse when you type from scratch, because there's so much code to basically do the same thing as this, and a lot of organization. That should work. Now we may have something funky happen with our positions. Like, let's see which direction our overlay is facing, and stuff like that. Oh, one thing that didn't happen. Cut that off. One thing that didn't happen. Now, it worked for this layout, but not this layout. And I'll show you why. Where is that bad boy? We made the overlay. Where is the overlay? Hold on. There we go. I had to read through it. I haven't organized any of this yet. Player overlay. On start a layout, we're going to pin to player. Now notice that is up here. This is down here. Now if I move this up here, that's one way to fix that. And also while I'm at it, I need to put this, the master, this is going to end up being the master destroy set of events. And remember, if you destroy a lot, most of the times you want it to happen first. On starter layout, destroy, all that happens. Okay. And then what's going to happen is on starter layout, layout name is level 2. It's going to create, and then down here it's going to pin. Another way we could do this is we could have kept this coding up here. We could have kept it down here, and we could have just added a pin redundancy. That's all you would have really needed to do. I'm going to disable this, and I'm going to show you this in effect. Hopefully it'll work. Nope, I went the wrong way again. Yep, see, we're all pinned. And alternatively, I'm going to cut this back down here. Boom. And I enabled that, and now this should also work. Meow, meow, meow. And there we go, that works. Alright, cool. I think we got through a few things today, so I am going to end it here. I think I got about an hour on that bad boy. Yep, hour and 4 minutes, cool. Thank you for sitting in on video 3, and thanks for any support you guys can give. Hopefully I'll have something badass in your hands soon. Thank you much. Peace.